I don't blame Ollie for that loss. I really don't. Is he the best manager in the world? No. Does he deserve all the credit for this loss? No. I mean, does he deserve some credit? Sure. But that's a discussion for another day. There comes a time and a place where you start to have to lay the blame on the player's feet, especially if their feet, it seems, are covered in molasses. And I know it's only been a small sampling size, but Jadon Sancho has really underperformed. And someone told me today on Twitter, well, it's only been 6 games. I don't care if it's been 6 years. Forget the fact that you're a $100 million player. You don't. I mean, when Ronaldo gave him that excellent ball, that excellent pass in the 28th minute versus Young Boys, and Jadon had space to continue, but for some reason he slowed down. And he allowed the defender to be dragged onto him. I mean, that I really don't understand that whatsoever. You're in the box. It's basically 1v2 at that point, but he allowed it to be 1v3 and then 1v4. Why not take the shot or cross or do something? But slow down and then try to do some type of trickery with your feet, which Jadon's not the fastest player in the world. He's on the pitch. He probably wasn't in the top 15 for the fastest players, both teams combined. So why he thought it was best to slow down, allow the defenders to trap him, and then try to make a move, I have no clue. It's a little disheartening because I really want Jane to succeed at United. And I don't like speaking ill of any United players. I mean, maybe does that make me biased because I've been a United fan for almost 30 years now? Sure, yeah. But there does come a time and place, like I said, where you have to lay the blame on players' feet. And I get it. It's only been 6 games. Sure. But man, oh man, especially after today, would I wish we would have signed Declan Rice instead of Jadon Sancho. Because in reality, as the season progresses, in this squad right now, how much more goals and assists do you think Jadon Sancho will get in this squad compared to if Declan Rice was in this squad? Now, I understand they play totally different positions, but Declan Rice is an excellent passer, and he can score goals. And here's the most important thing. He could stop goals from happening. For instance, Lingard today. Jesse passing back in the box was absolutely mind-boggling. And this is what I don't get. There seems with the younger generation, I'm not trying to sound like that old guy, but there seems to be in this younger generation where passing back is acceptable. I mean, I don't remember an instance where Roy Keane would ever do that. Gary Neville, Rio Ferdinand, Jean Sebastian Varane wouldn't do that, But now, I mean, I remember watching Jack Grealish during the Euros just now. He was in the box versus Scotland. 90th minute. Why not take the shot? But yet he passes back, and then the ref blows the whistle to end the game. So Lingard passing back like that, I have no clue why he did that. Because he's better than that. And I know he gets a lot of flack from United fans in general, football. Do I think he should have moved to West Ham? Absolutely. Do I think we should have sold him and Martial this season? Yeah. I don't know why we kept on to both of them. I know Ollie sees something in Jesse, and I think he's a great player, but he gets frazzled in big stages. And the unfortunate part is you can't have players who get frazzled, and you can't have players who slow down, like with Sancho. I mean, this is not the German league where that's capable. The Premier League is the best it's ever been. In the 20-something years I've been watching it, it's the best it's ever been. The tackling, the pace, the aggression, the tactical ability, the talent, the quality, as they say in England, it's the best I've ever seen. It is the best league in the world right now. I actually believe that winning the Premier League is more important than winning the Champions League this year. I'm not just saying that because United lost, because it's only one loss. But my gosh, I mean, if I'm United right now, I'm a little heartbroken with Jadon Sancho's performance these last 6 games. I don't. It's a small sampling size. I get that. I understand, but I don't believe he will ever turn into that player. I mean, I know he's young, but guess what? Mason Greenwood's younger than he is by a couple years. Rashford's around the same age, and I trust Rashford in those positions to do something exciting. At least take a shot. Don't get the ball, slow down, start dragging your feet, allow 2 defenders to enclose on you, and then try to make your move. I don't know. I know a lot of people, I mean, I know the vogue thing, the cool thing to do is to blame Ollie for United's troubles. But let's be real. If Ollie was on the pitch and he got that ball from Ronaldo, he's not slowing down, right? So I understand, well, hey, he's a manager, he's not a player anymore. But the point being is, I don't think Ollie is teaching that during training sessions. I don't think he's saying, hey, everyone, when you get the ball, slow down a bit. Allow some more defenders to attack you. Play for a penalty. That's not happening. I know United gets a lot of penalties, but that's not happening. So, I mean, so say you get another coach, another manager to come in and replace Ollie. You have to change those fundamentals. I mean, hopefully Ollie could do that somehow. Hopefully his voice could resonate to the club. I know with Ronaldo being there longer, just by him being there will resonate that, look, you can't do dumb BS like that anymore. Overall, it's a very disappointing day. That's to say the least. I mean, went down to 10 men. Okay. First of all, I'm not saying this because I'm a United fan. That shouldn't have been a red card. If it's not a red card in the Premier League, it shouldn't be a red card in the Champions League. That doesn't, because you want to know why? Well, you're going to say, okay, well, the Premier League is not the end all be all. It kind of is. The 4 best teams in Europe all play in the Premier League, right? So that should kind of dictate that style of play on how calls, on foul calls, or how they're called. What a tongue twister that was. Maybe just because I can't speak. It's been an exhausting day watching United lose like that. But long story short, there's no way that should have been a red card. I'm not trying to sound like Ty from Arsenal Fan TV. I'm really not. But it wasn't done in malice effect. Now, I'll tell you why the ref gave it a red is because the player from Young Boys really sold it. I mean, congratulations to him. The way he pounded his fist on the ground for the first couple seconds, I thought his ankle was broken. For real. I thought, okay, this guy's ankle is broken. Now I can understand it. A minute later, he's hopping around. He's doing everything. He's running around like if there's no pain whatsoever. And as people have played football, soccer, whatever you want to call it, their lives, they know if your ankle hurts so bad that you have to pound your fist into the ground, that little spray they spray on you was not going to help you to be able to run for an extra, 30 minutes? And I'm sorry, 60 minutes. Long story short, Wan-Bissaka was a foolish challenge. Yeah and no at the same exact time, because it was a split second away from him having possession. So, I mean, I don't believe that when it's, say it wasn't a 50-50 play, but at least it was 60-40. It wasn't like he was coming in maliciously, with malice to hurt this guy, or it wasn't like he didn't have possession a couple moments ago, because he did. So it shouldn't have been a red card. But now you're down to 10 men, and at a certain point, you take off, the 84th minute? You take off Fred to bring in Martial because you need some attacking, because that's what United do. United scores. Wow. United score. I can't speak right now. I'm very upset. United score at the end of games, right? Fergie time, whatever you want to call it. I mean, since 1990, it's been that, last 7-8 minutes in the game, attack, and put pressure. So, okay, Lingard drops back as a defensive mid, which was normal because you have Pogba and you have Bruno on the pitch. Where's Lingard supposed to play? But for him to make that pass back when there wasn't no pressure on him, and I really am a fan of Jesse Lingard, the person. So I hope everyone understands that watching this, that I'm not trying to maliciously go after the guy. But there does come a time and a point where you can't make these foolish mistakes. I mean, sometimes it looks like Jesse is more afraid of losing than he wants to win, right? Well, that ends up turning into mistakes where you lose the game. Because I would have rather saw Jesse take the ball, say, F this, I'm dragging us to win, and push up the pace. I don't care if he was in the right position or not. Do something creative. And if United do lose this year, or I should say, don't win the Premier League, it won't be because of the manager's tactics. I'm telling you now, it won't be because of Ollie. It will be... The one thing you can blame Ollie maybe on this is that the players don't play with anger and aggression that Chelsea played with, that Liverpool played with 2 years ago when they won the league. Man City don't need to play with that type of aggression because Pep is the best manager in the world and they usually have the most talent in the world on that team. I'm at a loss because these losses shouldn't rack up. I don't care if it's the first game Champions League, Ronaldo's only been there for 2 games and they're playing away in Switzerland. You don't do that. You don't get an excellent pass. In the 28th minute, Sancho gets an excellent pass. I'll say it again. He should score that goal. Or forget score it. Win a corner. He should how about this, at least win a corner, right? And Lingard, take the ball. Be aggressive. Do something. Stop being afraid. I know Lingard is great when everything is going well. Case in point, last week when we're up 3-1 and he scores the icing on the cake. Well, what was it, 90th minute, 92nd minute, something like that. But it's taking a while to get those type of players who have that mindset out of the team. But there still is a residue of them left over. Pogba was like that a little bit, but now Pogba seems to be playing with, relishing playing for United, playing with passion and excitingness, like how he usually does for France. My point is, on this loss, I hate blaming players like this and pinpointing, it's your two fault, that the reason why United lost. Well, it is. It is because, you know what? Maybe if you win a corner there with Sancho in the 28th minute, something happens. And obviously, if Lingard doesn't pass back, I mean, come on, Jesse. If you don't pass back there, United don't lose that game. You walk away with a draw, but you don't lose it. So the only thing I could hope going forward is that Scott McTominay comes back quickly, that the team gels a little bit better. I know Rafael Varane didn't have the best game today. Some could say, well, maybe he's getting a little bit older, but, there's a lot of moving parts going on with United right now. My only position would be is don't blame the manager foolishly just because, well, there's no one else to blame. So we're all going to blame Ollie. I actually think, truth be told, what he's done with this squad in the last 3 years and the players he's brought in and the formula he plays with is actually really good. I wouldn't be surprised if United won the league. It's not just because of Ronaldo. I mean, look at the player Luke Shaw's become because of Ollie. So before everyone gets on their high horse, oh, Ollie out, blah, 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 this and that, put some blame on the players. Put some blame where it's due. Anyways, if you disagree with me, please leave a comment in the comment section. That's not this so I could build up my YouTube. I don't care about that, to be honest with you. I'm just curious to hear what you all have to say, especially as someone who lives in America and doesn't really get a chance to talk about Manchester United with that many people. I would love to talk to people about Manchester United around the world. So please, like. Well, you don't have to like if you don't want. I'll be honest. I'll be the first YouTuber who say, you don't have to like this video. But if you want, please subscribe and leave a comment so we can talk further about this. All right. Thank you all so much for watching, and have a great day. God bless. Bye.